Welcome to Module 1, Part 2 of Managing Facilities and Events in Sports, Entertainment, and Media Business. Again, I'm Professor Robert Romano. And we're going to look at understanding the sport event industry in this lecture. All right, just I want you to know right from the get, you need to know that this in sports and entertainment, events typically occur on weekends and in evenings. All right, so that means you'll be working on weekends and in evenings. So just be aware of that going into this business. This business is not your typical 9 to 5. It's different times, different events, different on weekends, on Sundays, Saturdays, evenings until midnight, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So just be aware of that, okay? Therefore, your career, just know you're going to be working evenings and weekends, all right? Also, some skills that you need to be successful in this industry. Number one, you need communication skills, interpersonal skills. You need to be able to communicate, get along with others. All right, doesn't mean you have to be happy with everybody, or you just need to get along, get the job done. You don't have to go for drinks afterwards or anything like that, but you need to work together to get the job done. Also, I find very helpful in this business is networking. In the sports area, in the entertainment area, you need to learn how to network. That's where you're going to get to know people, move your career ahead, and move your business ahead if you're more of an entrepreneur. So you got to learn how to network. So you need good written and verbal communication skills to do that. And let me stress that even more: good written skills. You may hear this a lot, but because of texting, because of emails, written skills, in our opinion, professor's opinion, have declined over the last roughly 8 to 10 years. So you need to stand out by having good and strong written skills. If you have that, you're going to stand out in the crowd. All right, you also need some time management skills. You need to learn how to multitask, to be able to do 5 different things at one time. It's amazing how many things you can handle and handle well. You need to have leadership ability and solve problems quickly. All right, there's nothing worse than saying, "Oh, I'll get back to you on that," and then waiting 3 days. No, tackle the problem, answer the problem, and move on. All right. You also need to continue to grow in this business, and this is what you guys are doing. You're getting your master's degree, so you're continuing to grow, continuing to learn. I myself continue to grow. I can still taking classes, even though I have 5 degrees as it is. I'm continuing to take different classes, learning, growing within this business. And like I said, you need to be a good time manager. That helps with multitasking. It looks like you guys are doing a good job at that. Just with the first papers, they came in timely. You need to be creative. You need to be flexible. You need what they say. You need to think outside the box. All right. You need to think differently and get to conclusions quickly. Okay. Also, I think what is important in this business is a positive attitude. You're dealing with customers a lot. You're dealing with talent. You need to keep a positive outlook, a positive attitude about you at all times. I mean, customers can be tough. They can be demanding. They can be just annoying at times. But no, you need to keep a positive attitude about it because you're the face of the business. You need to work independently and work under pressure. All right, the game starts at 7. Everything has to be done by 7. All right, ESPN's not going to wait for you. If the game starts at 7, you need to get everything done and be able to work under that pressure. Balance multiple projects, multitasking, kind of the same thing. You also need to have technology skills. All right, you mostly know all this already. Be familiar with social media, Microsoft, video conferencing, and as you get out there, the different ticketing software packages. If you can develop websites, if you can help the kind of business with their social presence, their social media presence, their website presence, that's a big plus. All right, sports events and non-sports events. This class is facilities and events. So, you're gonna have sports events, non-sports events. It doesn't really matter. You're doing the same thing if it's a sports event or a non-sports event. You're designing the event. All right, you're putting the pieces together. You're managing human resources. You're managing material resources, whether it's a sports event or a non-sports event, concert, ice show, circus, that kind of thing. You need to plan strategically. You need to think from A to Z. For sports events, you need to speak from A to Z for the ice show that's coming into town. Okay. Again, you need to manage your time, be logistical, and conceptualize your logistics. All right, this is how we're going to do this. When this truck's backing up, this one's going to be waiting on the service road, and then boom, you're going to switch. Okay. And also need to budget. You got to know how to budget. Both sports events and non-sports events, you need to be familiar with budgets, be familiar with forecasting, um, pro formas, all that stuff you need to be familiar with for both sports and non-sports events. The book talks about, we don't have a book in this class. In my book, they talk about sports tourism as something to think about for your career and something to think about in general when it comes to facilities and event management. And sports tourism is basically leisure-based travel that takes people temporarily outside of their home to participate in or watch physical activities. Okay. To watch or to participate in physical activities. All right, so leisure-based travel, you do it on your leisure. That takes people outside of your home. You know, you're going to a different part of the country to watch a game or to participate in physical activities. To participate in and or watch physical activities. It's a $27 billion business in the United States at this time. All right, sports tourism, what I'm talking about is fans going to Super Bowl Miami, going skiing in Vail, coming to New York to run the marathon, or going to Boston to run the marathon, traveling to Cooperstown to go to the Hall of Fame, going to Canton, Ohio to go to the Hall of Fame, traveling teams, youth traveling teams, that kind of stuff. All right, so that's all considered within the realm of sports tourism. And now when you think about the relationship between sports event management, and facility management, okay? Again, non-sports events, sports events, facility management, event management kind of go hand in hand. You know, you kind of do some similar things within your career. All right, event planners are often responsible for negotiating types of deals, contracts with venues. Okay, so you're an event planner. You're going to negotiate with the facility on what type of deal. Typically, we're going to get into this. There's 3 types of deals that you're going to have between the event and the facility, but we're going to get into that down the road. And there go the bells. All right, and that's the same thing for public and or private facilities. Thinking about with your career, the number of different types of sporting events. All right, there are mega events out there. When we talk about mega events, the bells are still chiming. Mega events, we're talking about short-term, high-profile events. The Olympics, FIFA World Cup. Right, these events have a significant impact on the host communities, on the host countries. A couple more. The bell's right outside my window. All right, so you know the Olympics, FIFA World Cup, they have a significant impact on host communities. Economically, tourists come in. Is there an economic impact that they project? We're going to get into that in a different class. But think about the economic impact on a community that these events have. Is it substantial or is it a drain? Super Bowl being another one of those big mega events. Then there's multi-sports events, which competitors in host cities or host regions host a variety of sports. Again, the Olympics, a variety of sports come to that host city. The Pan Am Games, similar. World Police and Firemen Games. The Mediterranean Games are being held in Tarragona in a few weeks. I mean, all these are multi-sports events within a community. And then there are multiple location events, all right? Cross-cultural events, international events, stuff like the Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, World Baseball Classic, right? They bring people in from different cultures, from different countries, all to play against each other in the name of sport. Youth events, thousands of youth events that you can get involved with. AAU, American Junior Golf Association. I actually just got one of my students an internship with them. Babe Ruth Baseball, Little League Baseball, Pop Warner Football, youth soccer. God knows youth soccer everywhere, where we're traveling teams. So all these are youth events that you can get involved with and get experience with and build your resume with. Honors events for people with disabilities, the Paralympics, Deaf Olympics, Special Olympics. One of my former students is the head of Special Olympics in Philadelphia. Great organization, great to work for, very rewarding. There's also senior events, family events, and of course extreme athlete events, CrossFit Games, Tough Mudders, Spartan races, that kind of thing. I know on April 21st, they're having a Spartan race at Citi Field. I will be there. I'll be volunteering there for the event. If anybody's interested, let me know. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, you have an assignment due no later than Saturday evening. Please post that in the Dropbox, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.